I'm Mr. Giant, and I'm going to be saying how you can do the Simpsons episodes to get a serious flanders treatment. I'm going to be combining some of my ideas from the top 10 video in order to do the full version of it here. And I'll leave the link to the other videos in the description down below. And I have some other videos doing something similar to that, so stay tuned for that. And I'm also going to be using these videos to talk about some specific things and to say what could happen in some of these shows that I want The Simpsons to spoof in it. The Simpsons has already predicted the future before, so it could do it again. We don't need it to happen any more times, and for the record, it did still happen in the modern day. It happened without people faking it. And The Simpsons meant to do it without people just lying about it by using AI. I'm not saying any indie animation should do this, I'm just saying what could happen in it. I do appreciate them and let them do whatever they want with it. Just if them needing to get any ideas for it, this is it. I'm going to be leaving the link in the description down below to some good YouTube channels, some good YouTube videos, Studio B's website. Simpsons is still good, in fact it even being better than the original season. It never lost its groove, it just got its groove back even more. And they have proved that they're still good in the modern seasons. With them talking more range, and more interesting plotlines about the modern day events and taking advantage of them being on for so long. The Simpsons has been going on for a while, and it is good if it goes on forever. Just because of some announcements they made, just in case if they end, and me doing this, as for the things I would want from it before it ending. And for them doing things with the show and getting some things out of the show before it ends. And me is saying things that could happen and that they could do in the show. And they don't need to do all of these things, I'm just saying what they could do there. And it would be good if any of these things ended up there. And The Simpsons is so good because of it going on for so long and because of it never ending. They did manage to flash out spoof characters into fully formed characters, and it's because of them going on for so long is why some of their biggest moments were so big. Because of them happening after all this time. Like Sideshow Bob finally stopped trying to kill Bart, and Smithers admitting his feelings to Mr. Burns. And Mr. Burns is still a good character because of his friendship with Smithers, and they have shown the origin story of why he's so evil and just fleshed out more. And because of it being in a modern day now, them being able to tackle serious issues like the LGBT community couple with Ray and Smithers, and Carl confronting his black identity. It's especially good with the out-of-continuity stories in the holiday episodes. And I'm going to be leaving those hashtag standwithanimation, hashtag indieanimation, hashtag original content, hashtag actioncartoons, hashtags in the description down below. So you can do them too, because it is because of social media is why us being able to do this, and social media is how us going to do this, as for them knowing that we like animation and them knowing us wanting to see more of it. So us helping them and supporting them in the end to help them do it and to help them do more of it. And there's some of the actual fans to show there are people with good ideas out there, them doing it better than the big evil companies. To show the fans knowing better than the big evil companies about it. And you knowing how to do good animation, so you knowing how to support it good. There's some good YouTube channels and indie animation so you know it's good because of it being on YouTube and them being able to take advantage of it being on YouTube.
Stay in. Ahoy, hoy. Not quite, church chum. But another friend of yours is on the line.
Flanders, you gotta save me. This guy's way too weird not to be dangerous. He doesn't even look at his phone when he's bored. He's not human, I tell you.
The last thing I said to Homer was that he was the most selfish man in the world. Do you think I should call the police?
Oh no. If she calls the police, Homer's dead. If I want to save his life, I have to tell a lie.
Why are you dipping my face in dough? Why are you kneading my face into an O shape? Why are you pushing my face toward the deep fryer?
Oh, I see. Clever.
Ah!
This is totally... Oh God, my God, what the hell happened? Oh, Mafia guys? Headless dude, oh, Disco Man! I need some water. Oh, his face is a donut! That is so messed up!
If you do a spoof on cartoons in general in The Simpsons, you would do the superhero side of it with The Simpsons superheroes. If you're trying to do an actual superhero story, but with The Simpsons superheroes specifically, with the made-up superheroes being real and The Simpsons as superheroes, like McBain's Wolf Castle fighting against comic book guy's character.
And get some takeout. A sky tweet from Commissioner Sweeney. This looks like a job for @radioactiveman_01. It's the fossil fuel 4.
I have become my destiny.
Half-life, quarter life, eighth life, gone.
Fraxcellent!
You showed your comic book guy a spoiler of Airshot using his breath to save himself.
The powers of evil in our dimension saw this and, so warned, taped Airshot's mouth shut and killed him. And don't pirate movies! That hurts everyone.
No, no, no!
Stop right there! I have here the only working phaser ever built. It was fired only once to keep William Shatner from making another album. Best death ever.
Wait a minute, Xena can't fly.
I told you I'm not Xena. I'm Lucy Lawless.
Oh.
Every man absorbs the powers of every superhero whose comic book he touches.
Every man will stop every crime, every time!
You are acceptable.
Great! You want to see me naked?
Oh, there's no nudity in this movie.
What movie?
Eaten up.
Homer Simpson? It was him all along. On to my next engagement. Buffalo, New York.
Pie-Man?
Wherever injustice shows its ugly face, I will be there, for I am the Pie Man.
Kid will not be far behind.
And Poison Lenny.
When?
More stuff for me to steal. Ha ha!
No villain is safe from me, serpent.
I'm not a villain, I'm a transvestite.
Explain that to your maker.
I'll take it from here, Bartman.
You're the man who killed my parents.
And egg-flinging fiend choice, but to activate the octogenarian. I open one, no trump.
Double!
You've just made a powerful enemy.
The Avengers were too strong for us, my lord.
What? Who's that?
That's Spider-Man's Uncle Ben. He was alive the whole time. And evil.
With great power comes no responsibility.
Who the hell are you?
I'm assembling a team of the best team assemblers in the world. And I want you to help me put together that team. Assemblers, assemble!
Then for the cartoon side, you focusing on the Simpsons cartoon characters like Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie, with them doing their usual things there and them also acting the superheroes differently. You would tackle forms of media in general and why these kinds of forms of media are good and why you need to do forms of media good and why forms of media are good. You would say specifically why it's bad them doing these things to forms of media and why it's good them just being plain good and why if you're going to have a lesson there, it needs to be a life lesson, not a school lesson, and you need to do it in a good and entertaining way in order for people to actually learn the lesson. Superhero forms of media and cartoon shows are different, yet it's similar to each other, and why them still being good forms of media, and why people like them so much. Because the story being good, and because of what they represent is real. You're also using this to make fun of and spoof some of the Disney characters, and Itchy and Scratchy could even kill some of the Disney characters. And with Poochie particularly killing some of the main Disney characters in a really R-rated Scratch and Stretch cartoon way. Mickey Mouse would try to beat up Homer, but then Homer himself would strangle Mickey Mouse while Bart watches on happily. And you're also showing Mickey Mouse being a bad boss, and that Disney is just being a bigot to the other way, and they have done some terrible things lately, because that's what they did in the real world. Then them also saying that at least Warner Bros. Actually uses their mascot, while Disney hasn't used his Mickey Mouse in anything in years. Then Homer's staying up to Mickey Mouse, and because of it, everyone else does too. So them getting then they would keep fighting afterwards, and the Simpsons would deal with Mickey Mouse for a while. You would do it just being a coincidence that the cartoon characters are in the same world as the real life people in the Simpsons world. With them being in the same world as each other in the same way as in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And with Springfield being similar to Toontown with the cartoon characters in there, but with them interacting with each other, and the parts of Springfield would be similar to CN City from Cartoon Network. There would be more than one plot line in it, and then them all coming together in the end. They would already bleed into each other at first, and with them actually coming across each other, but then in the end them all coming together. With the cartoons fighting a war with each other against the dictatorship of Disney, and then winning against the dictatorship of Disney, and against Mickey Mouse specifically, because of him being a mascot of a big evil company like Disney, that has done some terrible things, especially in the modern day. So Springfield would defeat the supervillains of Springfield. How they would win is by defeating the Disney characters in a basketball game, a soccer game, and in a fight. Which would explain where they were at the time and why them all ending up there in the end, and for them, and it would end with Homer solving the mystery of Who Framed Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie. If you following the storyline of Who Framed Roger Rabbit the same with Mr. Burns being Judge Doom, it turned out Mr. Burns is the one who did all this. And Homer would be the detective, and they would defeat Mr. Burns in the end. Disney has done terrible things like the Snow White movie, with doing terrible special effects for the dwarves and replacing real-life people with special effects, when they could have gotten little people to do it. And Snow White was called Snow White because of her skin being white as snow, so it is bad you were changing her here. And the evil queen should be threatening, she shouldn't be goofy. And it's not like Snow White sold her being a good person there. And if they added more time to it, they shouldn't have stressed out the original plot. They should have did what they originally planned for the original Snow White movie. It's bad Disney ruined the original movie because Walt Disney wanted them to never remake Snow White because he wanted it in animation specifically because that's what saved Disney. So Walt Disney is rolling in his grave, and he's spitting in his grave, but gravity won't let him, and it's bad Disney going to the bathroom on their creator and one of the best animators' grave, and the guy who did the original version of Disney. And Rachel Zegler has also treated the fans terribly, and has been a jerk for Cigar to Dot, so that was also bad for the actor to do in real life, so we definitely have a good reason to hate her and this movie. It is bad because they didn't just ruin the original Disney movie, they ruined the original animation movie that was straight up animation and proved how good animation was. I mean, in reality you said you shouldn't do this movie at all because the other movies are bad, and because this movie was obviously going to be bad. And so, you shouldn't have just changed it, you should have just not did it. Snow White has even less reasons for falling in love with the prince in the end, and she gets saved twice by him now. And because of what happened before is how we already knew it was bad. Sometimes things look bad because they really are bad. Like garbage, you know not to eat that because as it looks bad, so therefore it tastes bad. And it's if people don't have a good personality, you don't judge a book by its cover. Not if they have a terrible personality, you treat them good anyways just because they're hideous. It's still bigotry because of you treating them better than anyone else would with that personality. So you treating them like an equal, and if they do bad things, you're calling them out for it. Like you calling anyone else out for doing those terrible things. And it's not that we hate Anthony Mackie for being Captain America just because he's not Steve Rogers. It's because he did some stupid decisions when he was as Captain America too. So if he didn't do those stupid decisions, then we definitely would have liked him more when he took up the mantle of Captain America. Thus, to be true, if they are going to use Bucky so much, then why is it they didn't make Bucky Captain America? It was terrible that Falcon's actor, Anthony Mackie, said that Captain America doesn't represent America when America is in his name. So that was a terrible thing him saying on international TV, and he already tried to backtrack it in the same interview. And it is bad that the new Captain America sympathized with terrorists. And it's not that he defeated Red Hulk, it's that it was an easy fight for him to defeat Red Hulk. If it was a hard fight, it would have been bad to him proving himself by defeating Red Hulk. But if it's an easy fight, it is bad Captain America defeating Red Hulk so easy, because Red Hulk is a Hulk. And Red Hulk and the Legion aren't even Captain America villains. And so they should have fought against the Hulk in a Hulk movie. And if you're going to do Anthony Mackie's Falcon and as Captain America, he should be at least fighting against Captain America villains. In his own movie, he definitely shouldn't be fighting other superheroes villains. It's already bad enough them trying to copy the style, and tone of the Winter Soldier in every Marvel movie, but it's even worse than trying to copy the Winter Soldier by just doing a cheap knockoff version of the plot straight up in this movie. And they were just being a bigot to the other side, because of a woman just being there to be a bigot to the other side. It's not like she was an actual character like Black Widow was, as at least Black Widow was a superhero. This is just a random girl, so it's much worse as this small girl was able to do those things. And she was just there to do those things. She wasn't there to be an actual character in the movie. So Disney really has done terrible things. It's just more Irish than usual, and Disney has just done worse things in the modern day, and it is bad Disney being especially bad in the modern day.
Alright, quit stalling, Burns. Who's your ice? I'm afraid that skull belongs to my dear friend, Waylon Smithers, Sr.
Mr. Smithers' father.
But I did not murder him. And I can prove it with this film. Smithers Sr. gave his life to save the plant, and since cover-ups were all the rage back then, I shoved his heroic corpse down the sewer pipe. I told him his father was killed in the Amazon by a tribe of savage women. I hope it didn't affect you in any way.
We'll never know, sir.
I want to know about Dad and his broken heart.
Your father lost a lot in his life. His hair, his mother, more games of Monopoly than any man ought. He'd go to jail and stay there 'cause he loves the easy life. But I think losing that dog was the toughest blow of all. Stated. Women and their crying.
Finish the damn story.
He's already gone where you'll never get him.
I'm a powerful man, Simpson. I can walk into McDonald's, order soup, and they'll make it.
Go on, get. I got a bug zapper and I ain't afraid to use it.
Is that sugar water I smell? Well, I'm afraid I already told my dogs they could tear yours apart. Don't make me look into those pitiless black eyes and say, Daddy didn't bring you a friend to rip.
Where's Bongo? Is he still at the crazy lady? Back to sleep, son! Listen, I can think of something you'd enjoy more than killing a dog.
Dropping a horse on a church?
No! Breaking a man's spirit. Mine.
I guess I could always drop a horse on a church afterward. Fine.
I had to take care of his hounds for a year. I tried to wear a bite-proof suit, but those satanic Snoopies always found their way in.
I'm not done with you. I insist you never wear shoes or a proper necktie again. Just house slippers and the most humiliating tie there is, bolo.
But the hardest part was that my son was so angry with me. Well, not hungry anymore. Our relationship never recovered, and no amount of ignoring the problem could ever fix it.
Grandpa, why is the saddest story you ever told the only one that's ever made sense?
Doesn't make sense to me. I happen to remember it just a little differently.
Well, tell us your version.
Now, granted, I was just a kid. And then what happened was, gee, my story doesn't make much sense except the Santa part.
Yeah, but at least it was short.
A Christmas card I got from Miss Viola years later. You still had my sweatshirt. Bongo didn't forget you. My God, Dad, I owe you an apology. You saved Bongo. I never understood that till now. All these years I thought you loved that dog more than me. Oh, why would you think that? Just because I put you in a home where they feed you dog food?
Come on, boy. Time to go to bed.
My dog.
All right, Homer. It's your moment. But he's mine tomorrow.
Me and my arrow, straight up and narrow.
Thanks, Dad. But don't you still make mistakes?
The best one was you, son. Oh.
And when he did, he blew our net budget for the next 10 years. But not everyone was cheering.
Is he going for a gun? Oh.
Get me a gun.
We thought we were goners.
Our lives flashed before our eyes. I had a lot of crazy jobs.
Gave quite a...
I'd forget if Fat Tony forgave.
Krusty Burger. I'll buy you a shake, and you can tell me about your other stupid dreams that will never happen.
No, Bart, I'm done living in a fantasy world, because a fantasy world is no place to live.
Sorry to bother you, neighborinos, but the newspapers have been stacking up on your porch. I just thought I'd peek in and give you a looky-loo. Hello?
I can be a clown again!
Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you'd like to do. You got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true?
I never should have bought that Clockwork Orange video for his 5th birthday. I thought it would help him tell time. And now I've awoken a monster.
You know, even your way of apologizing offends me.
No, Uncle A. It's a clown move, bruh.
Or maybe, just maybe, a genius clown move. Sheldon? Sheldon? 3 Sheldons! It is a winner! And it is so much money! Which means so many more tickets! Precious, precious tickets! No, it's money. Oh, it is so good to see you! I have my store back, my friend. But I have something that I wanted even more, you know. A feeling that I belong.
I'm glad I could help by giving my son a little nudge in the wrong direction.
And now, I have something very, very special for you, my friend. This is the legendary Jumbo Golden Squishy Cup. It will be refilled by me for free for the rest of your life.
Holy moly, all those squishies? How much is that gonna cost you?
About $3.
You can't keep pumping powerful drugs into people who can't even bite into a peach.
Mrs. Simpson, it's a fact. If these seniors aren't medicated, I can't binge watch Boardwalk Empire.
Nucky dies at the end.
Yeah? Well, screw you.
I'm gonna report you to the state.
I really don't care. What? You broke me. I'm going to say something I've never said. How can I help you? I admit the hallucinations were getting out of hand, so I stopped the meds and hid them in the one place they'll never look, the library.
Well, there's one thing you didn't count on. I go there because it's the only room in this building with heat.
Grandpa, you're not allowed to take dangerous drugs unless they're in a little paper cup.
Listen here. Every night I watch my roommate cry himself to sleep. Yesterday I found out it was a mirror. I'm gonna find my Mona.
Standing right over here.
If you live in the past, you'll never have us. And what's more precious to a grandpa than his grandchildren?
Particularly his grandson.
Aw, your sexist argument has won me over. Goodbye, Mona. And goodbye, pack of cigarettes for a quarter. I think I'll miss you the most.
So what, all that dancing around with me meant nothing?
I'll be back to steal a kiss later. And as for you, I got more involved plans. Did you sleep here all night?
Yes, you are right, I did. Valentine's Day, you see, is quite difficult for me. I saw that Stephen Hawking movie, and all I could think is, he's got a girl? Give me a frickin' break.
2 girls.
Oh, I'll never win, and I'll always have to only be looking.
Listen, pal, I've had plenty of experience with one woman, and I can tell you, relationships are just trial and error. Like anniversaries. First I tried, don't remember. Then, remember too late. Then I happily settled on make Lisa remember. And my relationship with Lisa has never been better.
So do you, find me attractive?
Sorry, but no.
Oh, curse the luck. This is an android that I programmed to say nothing but yes. Why? What am I overlooking?
Professor, don't be offended. Do you think it might be your voice?
Why, what's wrong with my voice? With the up and down, and the extra words, and the terminal nonsense, and the hiving, cliving, wagging... Oh my God, it's the voice.
Duh.
This little device which fits under the tongue will change everything.
This voice is an amalgam of great voices, from Clark Gable to Walter Cronkite to Rush Limbaugh. I don't agree with his politics, but his body is a natural echo chamber.
Wow, that does change everything.
You turned me on.
Oh, it's time for a little field test, I see. Any other advice, Homer?
Yep, hang out at yoga classes. That's where the ladies are.
How would you know about yoga class?
I thought it was yogurt class.
Hey, look, I get you. You broke up with a long-time high school boyfriend because he just wasn't going anywhere. Then you play the field, but it's all losers who just want to take from you. Now you're just hoping beyond hope for a man you can hug who'll organize the wires behind your TV. And believe you me, sweetheart, I can organize every wire you have. Now I'd like to show you a picture of my new puppy. Yeah, his name's...
Logarithm.
I mean Larry.
Oh, here's my number. And to prove it's not a lie...
Yeah, baby.
Man, you're reading page 3, and the next thing you know, you're finishing the last article.
I got all their numbers.
Boy, you are smooth. Carl Smooth. Now I better get home. And in case Marge is mad, can I borrow that chip?
Oh, sure thing, pal. I have extras.
I was so worried. Where have you been? No, don't tell me. I don't want to hear one of your stupid lies.
Marge, my dear, you are the pork chop with gravy on top, and I'm the applesauce that brings out your flavor.
Homie.
Yes. Release the bachelors. I hope they'll enjoy it.
Duffman would love to be taught how to speak in the first person.
Everyone's paired up.
Almost everyone's paired up. Professor, what about you? Where's your match?
For me, my true love is intellectual conquest, the music of the spheres. Well, sometimes it's good just to be alone.
Wake up.
Slumpo.
I don't like the sound of that squish.
Guys, I think Larry's dead.
I'm so glad you guys could make it.
How could we not? Larry was around.
Because you never asked him to be. All he ever wanted was a simple human connection. But instead, he died unloved in a bar.
All the lonely Larrys, they all come to an end. all the lonely Larrys, forgotten by their friends.
Is it possible we're terrible people?
Yes, but the one I'm really disappointed in is Lenny.
What?
He just always struck me as a sensitive guy with a good heart.
I did?
You're all wrong. Why have questions when we have the Bible? I didn't serve 20 years to life in church not to cash in on those frequent prayer miles. I can't wait till I die so I can slide in next to Larry and eat buffalo angel wings for all eternity without a celery stick in sight.
He must have been moving stolen gems across the northern border by stuffing them up his southern pass. All I knows is Larry is dead and we are rich.
Is this what we're like when we're sober?
No. Homer's heaven makes sense to me now. Hey, Lord, I repent everything I ever done. That he knows about. Guess we won't find out nothing.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2,
3!
You don't jump on 3, you jump on go! 1, 2, 3, go!
The 3 is the go!
Agree to disagree!
There's no loose ends.
Larry saved your life.
Welcome home, Larry. Enjoy your special place.
Wait, oh, where have you been, old chum? Oh, let's never fight again.
What a weirdo.
We're blogging a food blog. Margin, Bart, and Lisa is one now. We're having fun now.
Throwing down mad foodie game, knowing all the chefs' names.
Rolling into K-Town, Bibimbap and Bulgogi.
Is that a chill with sriracha and kimchi?
Jimmy House made terrain. My duck is always comfy.
I'm raised with 1 billion more BTUs than I
Cook
need.
Thanksgiving turkey in a trash bag, Sophie.
Amatori and Brindisi, FedEx me salami.
Don't scoop gelato unless it's got
I'll be
umami.
frank like Bruni, ruthless like Rachel.
Wiley like Dufresne. When I take the mic, I'll rhyme about radicchio.
Criticize Calicchio, every pub is gastro.
On my beef carpaccio.
Throw it in the thigh-yo.
And don't you call that
Talk
pho?
about broad squirting dumplings.
We're blogging a food blog. Uploading pics with our fun mom.
I love the elegant pearls you wear.
And the starfish shape that constitutes your hair.
You'll be staying in cabin 12.
And we think that you'll be very happy there. You're gonna like Arts Camp Lisa. Marge paid with her debit visa.
You're gonna like art education. Art, education.
All I can teach is a medium. Well, I hope you wear medium, girl.
We should also find you a meal plan.
Meal planning late day. Plan my meals, baby.
Do you guys always do that?
Do what?
Sing what you just said, then play a little guitar riff?
No, we don't do that.
We never do that.
Well, we sometimes do that.
But very infrequently late day.
Send poverty with music and dance. Artists make art on the beaches of France.
I never knew artists were all so amazing.
Excuse me while I talk to this cow that is grazing. I give art like you give milk. Everyone listens when artists are talking. 'Cause artists are smarter than Mr. Stephen Hawking.
Oh yeah, break it down for me, fellas. A brief history of rhyme.
Do you think that I could be an artist in the city?
Hold on, Lisa, let me check with the committee. So what do you guys think?
Yes.
I agree. Yes, Lisa, you can be an artist in the world, so move to the city when you're less itty-bitty girl. To the gritty city when you're less itty-bitty girl. The city's pretty gritty for an itty-bitty pretty girl.
Artists are the least important people in the world, so whatever you do, don't be an artist, girl.
Artists make a living dressing up like a falafel.
Artists shed a tear when they're called something awful.
You ain't no falafel.
Artists sit in jail on a lifetime hitch. The only way out is become a prison snitch. Oh, why did I sing that out loud?
What I don't get is why all the lies.
We wanted you to think we were happening, guys.
Ow!
Simpsons time? Run, don't walk. You might even hear Maggie talk. Bart the boy and a dog named Homer, and jokes written on signs at Simpsons time.
A few days ago, this is a song about loss. It was a cart meant for shopping. It came to mean much more to me. It held the pan I cook my slop in, and my old PlayStation 3. It was my home and my place of worship. It was my home and it was kind of my car. Now you're just rolling underwater while Safeway wonders where you are. As I went down in the river to pray, slipped in the mud and lost my way. Found a bag of chips and half a Twix. Thank you, Lord, for this day. Oh, honey, I've been down, redback shoes and a Burger King crown. Oh, honey, I've been down, and down is where I think I'm gonna stay.
I had all the wealth that a man could want, a wife and some kids who loved me, apple blossoms and tasty possums, and a good Lord up above me. Fort Knox don't compare to what we got there, 'cause our home is where my gold is. Yes, it is. I woke from my dreaming with my love branding. The gal I got pregnant when we was 16. Out in the country, they ain't no 9 to 5. We don't get promoted, it's a fight to stay alive. We lean on our family when times is getting hard. We're broke and we're dirty and we ain't too smart. Hey, here's what I got to say.
You can keep your mansions and you can keep your yachts. I ain't needing nothing
kids and a belly full of ribs. Load up above and a whole lot of love. Why, for my kids and a belly full of ribs, and I thank the Lord above.
Then sit by my side if you love me.
You really should go.
It's 20 below.
I can't have you here.
Just get me a beer.
I'm being a gent.
I'm giving consent.
You are quite inviting.
I will put it in writing.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I wanna be the very best. This is my new career.
And then take a long, long rest and celebrate with beer.
I will travel across the land, catching bees who've done no crime.
Playing games made in Japan. I love to waste my time.
This is fun for everyone. Even babies play the game. Maggie cannot say a word, but watch her stab and kill and maim.
Nerds. Exciting and new. Play pickleball with Doctor Who. The Nerd Bowl. Your Wolverine t-shirt is like a tux. The Nerd Bowl, where everyone knows the new Star Wars sucks. The drinks are all virgin, just like all the guests on board. Too busy geeking on movies from Miller and Lord. And nerds won't hurt anymore. That's a vow from your crew, the Fantastic Four. Your nerds, welcome aboard, you nerds.
That's all, folks.